Okay, my name's Andy Brown. I'm standing for Skipton and Ripon for the Green Party in the parliamentary elections. And it seems to me that a lot of politicians talk about being responsible, but they don't talk about being responsible when it comes to the environment. It's important, I think, to be aware of the fact that there are now 7 billion people on the planet, and there will shortly be 10 billion, and those people are getting richer by 5% a year. All those people consuming oil, all those people consuming food, and as they get richer, consuming more meat. It just doesn't work. The pressure on fossil fuels, which are produced, the CO2 emissions, which are the highest since human beings have been on the planet, are so extreme that we have to start tackling now reduction in use. Investment, not in covering the country in wind farms, as some people accuse us of, but investment in sensible things like insulation for houses, sensible things like better technology so that the machines we use less power. Already applied with things like cars, where the miles per gallon are massively lower. So that would be one of the first areas of the environment I would tackle. A second area would be the issue of food production. It seems to me that if we carry on trying to produce food by industrialised mass agriculture, where we're pouring chemicals onto land and pouring pesticides onto crops, and if you go down south you can find fields that are 1 mile long growing the same thing, then you're bound to find that pesticide resistance gradually increases, that you get crop yields which are not as high as you could get by varied crop rotation and by integrated pest management techniques properly applied. Agriculture is going to need serious investment to adjust to new ways of doing things that are going to require more labour and actually be better for the farming industry long term. But short term it's going to involve costs, and we've got to start helping them to make that transition now. And the final thing I would say is waste. When you consider the mountains of plastic that we're producing, where we have gyrations of plastic around the Pacific and the Atlantic Oceans, which are miles long in extent, and all the plastic we're producing is just ending up either in landfill or in the sea, which will cost fortunes for future generations to sort out. If we really want to be responsible, we have to start finding ways of recycling everything that we consume. We need a circular economy where what we make can be disassembled and reused on the next thing that we make. And we need to get consumption closer to production and much more local production of food. So for those reasons, I think the Green Party, the only party that's being responsible about the long-term challenges that we face. And let's face it, we can mess up the economy and the next generation might be able to improve it. If we mess up the environment, it's entirely possible that the next generations might not be able to fix it, and we'll just have to live with the consequences.